It's a story about Aboriginal initiative and passion. It's about Aboriginal people not taking no for an answer. It's about people creating their own model of care and proving that it works.
It's providing a vital service for people who would otherwise have to travel, enormous distances to get really basic dialysis.
Without dialysis we get sick, but lucky when we have dialysis out in a remote area, we lucky people, we happy.
When they live in a world dominated by governments and bureaucracy, this place, being a privately owned operation, owned by the artists, is a very unique situation and enables projects like the Purple House to be born.
They're purple angels, yeah. They are wonderful people.
In the 90s, people started to get sick with kidney disease. These were people who fought really hard to be back in Kintor and Kirikura and not be in Alice Springs or Papunya. We're now being told that their kidneys were failing and that they'd have to come and sit down in Aranda country, in someone else's country, to be a poor old dialysis patient and wait for your dialysis 3 times a week. And so people were doing that, but they were heartbroken. They were really homesick.
Sometimes I get lonely without my grandson around me, and sons and daughters.
People were talking about life being all about waiting. You wait for your dialysis day, you wait for the bus, you wait while your blood goes around the machines for 5 hours. You wait to go home. You wait for your next dialysis day. You wait to die.
My name is Bobby Walytja. I'm from Kirikura, but I'm one of the directors for Purple House. And I'm renal patient too. My uncle, my father, they wanted to finish up in Tjukaku. They did finish up because they didn't want to come to Alice Springs and live here, so far away. And they didn't get the help. They really wanted to pass away in their own country, on land, with the families. That is Alice Springs. What if a non-Aboriginal one person die? Big thing. Would it be complaining in a paper, talking about it? Why did he pass away? Just because we Aboriginal? Sometimes nobody cares for those people. But we always think about it, talk about it, and tell the story.
The artwork is a way for people to present themselves to the world, to present their culture, present their life and the way they do things on their country to the world. For these artists, artwork is integral in their existence. It's not like people walk out and go, oh, what am I going to create today? It's already there and it's internal and they've lived with it forever. And they're just laying down the stories that were passed on to them. And that's where the power comes from, I think, and that's what people pick up on in the artwork. Artists were very keen to have themselves, their family members, stay on their communities and receive treatment.
The question for Pintabee Mob was, well, it's just this machine that people are in Alice Springs for. Why can't we have one of these machines out at Kintor and then everyone can be home and looked after, but we can look after people and they can be on country? So what people did was they went, well, bugger this, we'll do it ourselves. We've got this art centre where we've never received any government money. It's always been our own work. And so for the first time, we'll work on some collaborative paintings. And so they did some beautiful paintings, and they had an auction at the Art Gallery of New South Wales, and they raised $1 million.
This is about a community that said, what have we got here? We've got ourselves, we've got our art, our talent. We're going to put that to the community's benefit. And I think ultimately this was a sense of, I guess probably a bit of desperation, but a sense that people had to take control of their own destiny.
And that was $1 million of independent money. No government, no politician could tell people how to spend it. That was their money to try and work out how to do dialysis out bush.
And that was the birth of the Purple House as we know it.
From that idea of having a dialysis machine in Kintore, today we've actually got 22 dialysis machines in 10 locations. And we're from Yirrkala in Arnhem Land down to Warburton, which is halfway to Kalgoorlie. We were never going to have the funds or the infrastructure to be able to have dialysis in every community or every outstation that people need to get back to. And so we thought, well, why don't we build something mobile? Some funding from Medicines Australia and some support from Fresenius, the machine company, and from Palyantjaku, and we built a 2-chair dialysis unit. It's got beautiful Palyantjaku paintings on the sides that were in a show in New York, and so that gets to travel around Central Australia and get people home for a dialysis holiday.
Hello. At my building here, that big one, in my country.
The central kind of purpose of the Purple House is about that connection to community. You've got to remember what people were having to confront was long journeys to get their dialysis. That meant they were away from their families, disconnected from their community at a time when they were very, very sick.
We like to have machines at where I come from, Walytja, because I've got a lot of families there. And I get really happy when I see my family, because at the moment I'm in another community.
People interstate thinking dialysis is about grog. And the great majority of our mob who are on dialysis today have never touched a drop of alcohol in their lives. And alcohol abuse is not one of the major causes of kidney disease.
Diets, etc. People have come in from a nomadic lifestyle in a very short space of time to a modern Western diet with all of its issues. And the coming together of that is causing all sorts of trouble.
Too much sweet stuff, ice cream, cool drinks, junk food, no good. We need to stop them from end up going to renal dialysis and kidney problem.
We do everything we can to try and make this a strong, sustainable model, but we need some help.
People should support the Purple House because this is actually about delivering an absolutely vital service to people in remote communities, renal services. This is about keeping people connected to their community. This is about cutting-edge innovation in terms of technology and actual clinical care. But fundamentally, this is about decent people doing decent things for decent people. And for me, that's the spirit of the country I love.
We love the Purple House.
This is a little example of Aboriginal people identifying a problem, coming up with a solution, working really hard to make that solution work.
Renal, Flint Drive, I'm going Flint Drive.
We need to get back to our community. We need more help. We want our future.